Have you ever wondered what it actually takes to make an M&M? That perfect little button of chocolate, so colorful, so familiar. It almost seems simple, right? But what if I told you? This candy once fueled soldiers on the battlefield, was nearly canceled over a red food dye it never even used. And today, it gets shipped straight into outer space. Sounds wild. It gets even better. Because the M&Ms you've grown up with, the ones you pour into your palm without a second thought, have lived one of the most unexpected, fascinating lives in food history. But to really understand how M&Ms became one of the most iconic candies on Earth, and yes, even in orbit, you need to go back. Before the flavors, before the colors, before the fame. Back to a war-torn country, and a man with a vision that would change chocolate forever. It's the late 1930s. Europe is boiling. The Spanish Civil War is tearing the country apart. And in the middle of it all, a man named Forrest Mars Sr., son of the founder of Mars, Inc., is traveling through the chaos. There, among the dust and danger, he notices something strange. Soldiers are eating small chocolate pellets, each coated in a hard sugar shell. They're popping them like vitamins. And in the searing Spanish sun, the chocolate isn't melting. That moment sparks an idea. That one question would change candy forever. By 1941, Forrest Mars teams up with Bruce Murray, the son of Hershey's president, and together they launch a new chocolate, M&Ms. The name, Mars and Murray. The mission, to make chocolate that could survive war. During World War II, M&Ms were exclusively sold to the US military. By the 1950s, M&Ms were exploding in popularity. In 1954, peanut M&Ms hit the shelves. The now famous slogan launched, "Melts in your mouth, not in your hand." And in 1955, the candies were stamped with the iconic white M, proof of authenticity in every bite. But the road ahead wasn't always smooth. Flash forward to 1976. A study finds that red dye number 2, commonly used in many foods, may cause cancer in lab rats. The media grabs it. The public panics. Suddenly, red-colored foods are under fire. M&Ms didn't even use red dye number 2. But Mars decided to pull all red M&Ms from production, voluntarily. Not because they had to, but to protect their reputation and avoid confusion. Red M&Ms vanished from shelves for over a decade. They wouldn't return until 1987, and only after Mars felt the public was ready. That's the level of care and caution behind a brand this big. Today, M&Ms are produced at a mind-blowing scale. Over 1 billion pieces a day, made with a 12-hour process so precise, it looks more like aerospace engineering than candy making. So what really goes into making an M&M? Let's break it down. It all starts with 3 basic components: sugar, milk powder, cocoa powder. But once they enter the factory, they're treated less like ingredients and more like atomic particles of perfection. In every batch, 200 kilograms of granulated sugar, 100 kilograms of full-fat milk powder, 75 kilograms of rich cocoa powder. Each amount is weighed with scientific accuracy. This isn't just mixing, it's food science at its finest. The ingredients enter a 5-roll refiner, where steel rollers, each weighing hundreds of kilos, crush the mixture into a powder finer than talcum. Next, that silky powder flows into a conche, a massive heated mixing machine filled with stainless steel balls and paddles. For up to 6 hours, the chocolate is ground, stirred, and aerated. Bitterness evaporates, flavors deepen, texture smooths out. This is where raw cocoa becomes soulful chocolate. Once smooth, the chocolate is poured into lentil-shaped molds, flat and round by design. Why this shape? Because it allows the sugar shell to spread evenly during coating. Each candy is cooled and solidified with mind-blowing accuracy. Exactly 1.04 centimeters in diameter, exactly 0.91 grams in weight. With near zero variation across millions of pieces. This is machine-perfect chocolate. The cooled chocolate cores are placed into giant rotating drums, also known as tumblers. Inside, a fine mist of sugar syrup is sprayed layer by layer. Spray, spin, dry, repeat. Each M&M gets 6 to 7 ultra-thin coats, like building candy armor from sugar. It's a rhythm of precision. After drying, they look like tiny white pebbles. But this is just the beginning. Now comes the magic moment. The color. The candies enter pan coaters, rotating drums where colored syrup is applied one layer at a time. Warm air circulates through the drum to dry and crystallize the color. Each layer is just a fraction of a millimeter thick, but combined, they form the hard, glassy shell M&Ms are known for. And the colors. They're not random, they're strategic. Here's the formula for every standard pack. 25% blue, 25%. Orange, 12.5%. Red, 12.5%. Yellow, 12.5%. Green, 12.5% brown. That's right, every bag is a calculated rainbow. Once colored, the candies are polished with a food-safe glaze made from carnauba wax, a natural coating harvested from Brazilian palm trees. Soft brushes buff each candy inside the drum until it shines. That glossy, non-sticky finish, it's not an accident, it's chemistry. Then comes the signature white M, printed using high-speed machines with near-laser precision. Thousands stamped per minute. Each one, perfect. Any candy that's off-color, misprinted, cracked, or slightly malformed, instantly rejected. Only the best make it through. At the end of the line, M&Ms head to the packaging room. Robotic arms fill, weigh, and seal up to 200 bags per minute. Batch numbers and expiration dates are laser printed. Boxes are formed, sealed, stacked, and shipped across the world. And in some cases, even beyond it. That's right. M&Ms are a favorite among astronauts. Why? They don't crumble. They're mess-free. And more importantly, they bring comfort, nostalgia, a taste of Earth. So the next time you rip open a pack of M&Ms, remember this. You're not just eating a candy. You're tasting a piece of history. A chocolate born from war, refined through science, saved from panic, perfected through engineering, and now shared across planets. M&Ms aren't just made. They're crafted, tested, and trusted by billions. One perfectly coated candy at a time. If you made it this far, you've earned a reward. Drop your favorite M&M color in the comments. Are you Team Blue, Red, Peanut Lover for life? And don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing deep dives into the foods you thought you already knew.